Hi everyone, Don Giannatti, lighting-essentials.com, project52prosystem.com, and dongiannetti.com. Listen, you can check them all out and see what's going on. Project 52 is an ongoing class. It's 52 weeks to professionalism, where we discuss everything, of course, from lighting to composition to bidding a job to how to shoot for a layout, how to shoot a cover, and a lot of other things as well. The thing that makes my class different than most others is that you have me. I'm on the class. I'm on the calls. They're not pre-recorded. They are recorded after the fact so that you can go in and listen to them. They're not pre-recorded. They're live, and you get to ask questions, and we talk about your photographs instead of me just pontificating, which is something I'm so good at. But pontificating about your photographs, we actually discuss them. I find that it's a better learning situation for everybody involved if we can chat about your photographs. Today we're going to look at shadows as a compositional element. I'm going to start out a shot here from Adam Bendig with all the sunglasses and the beautiful shadows that these glasses are creating across this white background. One of the things that you want to do to create a hard shadow like this is to use a small light source. I don't recall if Adam was using a bare strobe or a speed light bare or what it was, but it was placed back here to drive the shadows across and to get maximum shadows from these two sunglasses here. So in this case, the sunglasses are a big, obviously the subject of the scene, but the shadows end up being the heroes. They're so unique and interesting. So that's Adam Bendig's shot using hard shadows as compositional elements. Bob Wheaton did a lovely shot of a sunflower straight down in a vase. How do we know it's in a vase? Because we have the reflection here of the vase and the sunflower coming right up. Here's your sunflower. The reflection is as much a part of this photograph as is the sunflower. High contrast, really, really powerful shot by Bob Wheaton. And I love the little blue triangle he's put up here in the corner just to set it off, give it a little more dynamic. Very nice. Bob Wheaton and the sunflower. Doris Ruddit did a lovely shot of a pear. Really well done. We know it's a pear from the shape this way, but we also get to see this beautiful pear-shaped shadow running off to the side here. Notice where we have the light coming from over here. Got a bit of specular coming down on the side here because that's where it was catching the light. The pear shape is indented a little bit here, so this is actually what caught the specular on this. So really, really nice shot by Doris Rudd. And Frank Grieger. I love this shot. It's real simple. I like how he's used the angles, the triangles here, to create dimension. And of course we've got the spoon, a deep shadow on the backside of the spoon, but look at the shadow of the spoon. The shadow completes the spoon. This is a very, very popular way of shooting, and Frank Grieger did it really nicely. Large light source at a distance from the subject to present a very sharp shadow right here at the top. Notice how the shadow diffuses a little bit down here at the bottom. That's because the spoon is farther away from the background. Something you can remember when you're using cookies. The closer you get the cookie or the cucurloris or the flag, the closer you get it to the subject, the sharper the angle. The closer you move it towards the light, the sharper the transition. The closer you move the flag towards the light, the softer the transition. So great shot by Frank Grieger. Really well done. Gabriel Alvarez shot mixing tools and did a great job with this shadow coming out here just really, it's so interesting. And he did a great job with the absolute horizontal here on this mixer and the absolute vertical here. Get them right into position. Let the closeness of the thing blocking the light, which in this case is the mixer, the closeness is very sharp here. We get the mixer farther away from the background and it starts to go blurry. But this gives us a dimension to the background. We have a gradient of focus on the background, even though the background is flat. The background is perfectly flat. They're just sitting right here on this background, but we get a gradient effect from the shadow. Very cool. Very cool. John McAllister started out with the shot here, and to get the different shadows coming off these glasses, but then noticed how cool the glasses were over here. So this ended up being his final shot. This was just basically testing something different, trying for something different with these bottles and this edge of paper here. Get over here, we've got the very shiny and efficient black paper giving us a reflection of the light behind the scrim. You can see that it's a little bit brighter here. That's the highlights, the actual light behind the scrim. The scrim's lighting everything up, but the light is so close to the scrim that it's actually a pretty hard light by the time it gets down here to the lemon. So it's really a very small light up against the scrim, really close to get this fairly sharp reflection here. Great shot by John. Michelle did something interesting, I thought, and she's got the bottle and the flowers. The flowers are going to the right. The bottle is totally vertical. You can notice she's shooting straight down on the bottle, and then the light, the shadow from the bottle heads off to the left, and it creates this really tension-driven dynamic here on the photograph. Really well done. Michelle Cushman did that. Phil Kirchmeyer took some perfumes that had interesting fragrance bottles and created this really cool effect. Isn't this great? This is a flag on this side. A little bit sharper up here, a little bit softer here, creating this shadow. And over here, I think this is actually paper. We need to clean that little edge up right there, Phil, but what a great idea for a shot. And of course, the different angles, the receding line here of the brown, a little bit different angle than the bottles, so there's a lot of tension in the photograph. I like the way the color is bright here. So this is again it's a single photo lamp or a light, single light source, down close to the surface. Notice how it's drawing these things tall. So that means the light is right on the surface to get the longest possible shadow it can get. Tracy Sutherland did something really subtle. Put the wine glasses, put different colors in the wine glasses. They pop off, and the hard shadow on the slightly less black background gets thrown to the side as an element of the piece. It does more than just become a really interesting part of the photograph. It also tells us what we're looking at. If we didn't have this, we would not know these are wine glasses. We would maybe think they were little tubs of stuff. With this shadow being cast, we know that they're wine bottles. So don't be afraid of shadows, folks. Don't be afraid of them at all. They're very, very cool. A good thing to use in your photography. We'll go back up through them real quick. We've got Tracy and Phil and Michelle, John McAllister, Gabriel Alvarez, Frank Grieger, Doris Rudd, Bob Wheaton, and Adam Bendig. Thanks for coming along in this. I hope this helps you make better still life photographs. If you like these little videos I do, please, please, please hit the subscribe button. Tell your friends, hit the little bell, and you'll be notified every time I put one up. And I certainly thank you so much for being here and coming along on this little discussion of shadows as a compositional element. Everybody, have a great day. See you next time.